What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you a review of the Stone Island collaboration with New Balance on this 991 V2 from the Ghost collection in this beige colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Quality. Quality is a Montreal-based streetwear brand and they've been featured on my channel many times for years now. Their collections range from both very wearable pieces as well as louder statement pieces, just like this fleece jacket that I'm rocking right now. Recently, they just launched parts of their fall and winter 2024 line, and honestly, it's probably the best collection I've ever seen them drop so far. And let me tell you, their clothes are always very comfortable and the quality is great as well. So if you guys are curious to check them out, I've linked their socials, their website, all that good stuff down below. So check them out and be sure to tell them that you heard about them through me. So this right here is the latest collaboration between Stone Island and New Balance, releasing a 3-pair 991 V2 pack, which has been nicknamed Ghost as it's inspired by the colorways of Stone Island's Ghost collection, which for those who don't know what it is their monochromatic line, which draws inspiration from camouflage. So for this 3-pack collection, they dropped a black colorway, a military green colorway, and then this one, which is my favorite, the beige pair. So all 3 pairs released exclusively on Stone Island's website and in select stores on September 26th, and they retailed for $290 US or 375 Canadian dollars. And the official product code for this shoe is U991SE2. So this 991 V2, just like any other pair, is made in New Balance's Flimby factory in England, so it features the same quality materials and the same overall build. And at the heart of it, this is just a monochromatic 991 V2. There's really not too much that sets it apart from a typical general release, but I'll walk you guys through all the details and you be the final judge of that. So first things first, these come in a brown or natural colored cardboard box. We have this black colored Stone Island logo on the very top, and on the sides we have New Balance branding. And then on this end of the box we have New Balance and Stone Island branding together. So as far as the shoe goes, diving right into the details, on the toe box you'll see this is covered in a beige colored mesh, which is pretty tightly wound together. Overlaid on the sides of the toe box, we have the synthetic leather done in this off-white color, and then surrounding the front toe cap, we have an asymmetrical overlay of very soft and buttery nubuck. This same nubuck covers the quarter panel of the shoe, and then beneath this we have the New Balance end logo, and this again is crafted out of synthetic leather once again. The top 2 eyelets are covered in a tonal beige colored TPU, and then next to this we have more of that soft nubuck, and then beneath this we have that same tightly wound mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box. Covering the heel of the sneaker we have another overlay of soft nubuck. We have this oval shaped cutout on the lateral side revealing this 991 embroidery. In the middle of the heel we have another synthetic leather layer with V2 embroidered across, and then same thing on the top, we have another hit of synthetic leather here as well. On the bottom of the heel, we have this tonal TPU heel cup, which gives you additional structure and support around the back end of the sneaker. And then turning our attention back to the front, as far as the laces go, so to my surprise, they only come with one lace option, which is your tonal flat style lace done in this beige color. But I guess having only one lace kind of makes sense considering what they were going for with the whole monochromatic look. Underneath this, the tongue is covered in a beige colored nylon. We have this woven strip running down the center which helps to hold the laces in place, and you'll see here we have the New Balance logo, and then on the top of the tongue we have a felt patch which is stitched onto the top, and here we have the Stone Island logo. The interior of the shoe is lined in this tonal beige colored lining, and just like any other 991 V2, it's pretty minimally padded. And then for the insoles, these come with a decently padded foam lined insole. Again, we have Stone Island branding on the heel, and then taking a look at the midsole. So the upper of the shoe sits atop this thick midsole, which is comprised out of a mix of Fuel Cell, End Cap, and Absorb SBS. So the majority of the midsole is Fuel Cell. However, we have these pods on the lateral forefoot and heel. This is Absorb SBS and helps to give you a little bit more shock absorption and impact protection. And then on the bottom of the sneaker, so this is a twist on your typical 991 V2 outsole. So this is all done in this translucent rubber and has a bit of a yellowish or aged look to it, so it's not like a clear icy blue finish. Underneath the rubber you can see the Stone Island logo, and then this curved line that goes down the center. This exposes the Fuel Cell foam in the midsole on top of it. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And in terms of sizing, so these fit like most of my 991 V2s, so I personally stick true to size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me very comfortably. To give you guys one comparison, I also wear a size 10 or true to size in other New Balance silhouettes like the 1500, 1530, 991 V1, the 860 V2, 2002R, and 1906R. Whereas I usually go a half size down to a 9.5 in a lot of the made in USA models like the 990 series, the 993, and the 992. So long story short, go with your typical made in UK sizing, which for most people is a half size larger than your made in USA size. And if you've never worn a 991 V2 before, I feel like for most people going true to size should be okay. And when I say true to size, I mean go with what your actual measured foot size is. Unless you have like a really wide foot, then the 991 V2 can be a little bit snug around the ball of your foot. Then in that case, you might want to go up half a size. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so the 991 V2, in my opinion, is a very comfortable sneaker and one of the tops when it comes to New Balance and comfort. So with the combination of the fuel cell, it gives you that nice soft feel, while still incorporating end cap and absorb SBS. That gives you a little bit more support and structure, so it's not going to be as wobbly and as unstable feeling as a 990 V6, but there's still a decent amount of plushness underfoot. So this is a great model if you want one that kind of teeters the line between softness with support. And in my experience wearing this silhouette, it's one that I can wear for hours and hours on end, assuming you get the sizing right and you don't have any pinching around this toe box area right here. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality was kind of a mixed bag. This is something that New Balance really does a lot. I'm not sure why, but they incorporate very nice materials and they partner that up with a lot of synthetics. So for this pair, the Nubucks feels super nice. It has a very smooth, buttery feel to it, but then they pair it up with a lot of synthetic leathers all over the shoe. I'm not sure why they couldn't incorporate genuine leathers on this shoe, so that was a bit of a downer. But if you're not really nitpicking the materials, the synthetic leathers aren't horrible. You kind of have to go up real close to see that it's not real. The overall build of the shoe though I thought was okay. It wasn't flawless by any means, but there weren't any major issues that I could see. A couple extra long strings I had to trim down myself, a little bit of glue around the midsole, but nothing super major. So again, this is your typical made in England New Balance build. And I know a lot of people have been saying this recently, but it seems like with the increase in production, the quality control has dipped a little bit. So let me know in the comment section down below, how was the overall quality and the build on your pair? So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, this is really nothing too special. At the end of the day, it's a tonal, monochromatic New Balance 991 V2, obviously with Stone Island badging on it, but really when you look at this objectively, there's really nothing too unique or anything that really makes this stand out, and I don't know if it's really worth the retail price that you're paying. Yes, it's still a nice, decent colorway. This essentially is a shoe that you can rock with any type of outfit, and you can kind of dress it up or dress it down. So I'll give it points for versatility, but from a creativity standpoint, it really doesn't do anything for me. And paying roughly 400 Canadian dollars for this, I don't know if I really see the value in this shoe. If you have the money, more power to you. I think on feet, this is a great looking sneaker, don't get me wrong. I just feel like they could have done something a little bit more, make it a little bit more unique, and I think it would have been that much more worth the price. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about the Stone Island 991 V2 in this Ghost Beige colorway. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spouts out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you everyone for watching. Another huge shout out goes out to Quality for sponsoring this video, and I'll catch all of you in my next review.